Hey everybody, it's Dr. Josh Levitt here. I am at my office and I just wound up a very interesting and productive appointment with a patient who had been struggling with a never ending pattern of very negative ways of thinking that was leading to anxiety and to depression. And I used a tool, a metaphor, straight out of the textbook or the toolbox of CBT, Cognitive Behavior Therapy. Let me spend just a minute telling you what that is and then I'll share with you the metaphor. CBT is a therapeutic technique that has tons of research behind it and is incredibly useful for dealing with a lot of today's common mental health problems, most notably anxiety and depression. And what CBT is founded on is this premise that when we perceive an event, right, an event occurs, we have thoughts about that event, and then those thoughts dictate or flow into our set of emotions. So really the thoughts, the cogitations that we have about the events that we perceive are where the therapeutic intervention is, right, in CBT. When we have positive thoughts about an experience, let's say a snowstorm, for example, then we have positive emotions that flow out from that. We like snow, we like snowballs, we like sledding, we like skiing, etc. When we have negative thoughts about a snowstorm, I'm going to hurt my back, this is going to be a problem, it's going to be cold, I'm going to have to scrape my windshield, well, then we have negative emotions that flow from that. And it's really not the emotions that need to be addressed, it's the thoughts that led to those emotions that need to be addressed. And that's what CBT is all about, is sort of retraining or reframing the thought process that leads to these negative emotional experiences. So now the metaphor that I used with this person who was stuck in this negative way of thinking, really looking like life was dark, feeling very blue. What I pointed out was this common reality that so many of us have experienced. You're on a ride, a drive somewhere, and you arrive at your destination only to say, it was so frustrating. I hit every red light along the way there, right? And so many people have experienced this, hitting every red light. When the reality, of course, is that you didn't really hit every red light. You just noticed the red ones. You probably hit a similar amount of red ones to green ones, maybe a few more reds, maybe a few more greens, but somewhere in there it was probably fairly even. The red lights weren't unfairly stacked up against you, but you only noticed those. Now that's called only noticing the negative stuff. And when you only notice the negative stuff in life, life seems pretty dark, right? So it's only fair that if a person is going to be frustrated and like pound on their steering wheel and get upset every time they hit a red light, that they should have a correspondingly positive reaction to a green one, right? Like a celebratory woo, a fist bump or something like that, every time you hit a green light. So it's only fair if you're going to have a negative reaction to something negative, that you should have a correspondingly positive reaction to something positive. So my point to this particular patient and my point to you here is that if you only notice the red lights, or if you only react to the negative things in life, the red lights in life, then life indeed starts to look pretty dark. But if you begin to notice or to celebrate even the small little moments, the small little green lights in life, that life starts to look much better, much brighter. So I hope that helps you, and I hope you think about CBT and the red light, green light phenomenon the next time you're feeling like life is dark or feeling blue. So I hope that helps you. Take good care.